Welcome to Yu-Gi-Oh! News, where the news comes last and the weather comes later. The Link VRAINS pack isn't done with giving Link monsters to older archetypes. We've already had 6, and I made a video about that about a week ago, and just now a new one has been revealed. Archfiends, an archetype that hasn't really been seen much from the GX era. Sure, Summon Skull, Axe of Despair, those kind of cards are from that as well. But really the things that are like the king, the queen, the rook, the pawn, those kind of cards, ones that pay life points during their standby phase, those kind of Archfiends. And this Archfiend is that kind of Archfiend. It looks like a similar one as well. Let's take a look at what it does. As with most of the Link monster review for the Link VRAINS pack, it's a Link 2 monster with bottom right and bottom left as the Link arrows. It uses 2 Fiend monsters, so potentially you could use it outside of Archfiends as well. During this card's controller's standby phase, pay 500 life points or destroy this card, which works with most of the other Archfiends that I just explained, the Rook, the Pawn, the King. They do something similar as well, paying life points during standby phase. And this card's first and second effects can only be used once each during the same chain. If you pay life points, you can send 1 Fiend monster from your deck to the graveyard that has attack or defense equal to that amount. So potentially you would pay life points of 500 for Perpetual King Archfiend. That's this thing's name. Or at least for now. It's a very nice translation to Perpetual King Daemon, and Daemon is always translated to Archfiend because that's just the archetype name. Yeah, if you pay the 500 life points for this card, then you can send a Fiend monster from the deck to the graveyard using this card's effect that has attack or defense equal to that amount. So a Fiend monster with 500 attack or defense. Now this could be a quick effect, this first one. So now it wouldn't work with 7 Tools of the Bandit because that's a spell speed 3. But anything else that pays life points could work. Is it a quick effect? Because like, this isn't even. This is just maintenance cost. So this doesn't actually start a chain. This first part. I think this might be a quick effect. I'm not 100% sure on it for the moment, but okay. You can send something to the graveyard, and if a Fiend monster is sent to your graveyard, you can roll a 6-sided die once. Let's see. It's you can. It's optional, but it's if, so it doesn't miss timing. Roll the 6-sided die once and apply the following effects depending on the result. 1, add to your hand. 2 to 5, return to the deck. 6, special summon it. So potentially, you pay 500 life points to keep Perpetual King Archfiend on the field. You then use its first effect to send a Fiend monster from deck to the graveyard, one with 500 attack or defense. Then you use its second effect, throw a dice. This would have to be a trigger effect, I assume, the second one. You throw a dice with 1 added to your hand, 6 special summon it, 2 to 5, which is most likely returned to the deck. The 2 and 3 chance, you do have to put it back in the deck, but a 1 in 6 chance that pretty much for free, considering the rest of these 2 effects do not cost life points. A 1 in 3 chance that you either add it to your hand or special summon it. And if you have multiple of those Archfiends on the field, let's say you have Deathstroke Archfiend and this one and another one, then you pay the life points and then you have to return to the deck, then you have a second chance and potentially even a third chance, because you can use the first and second effect once each during the same chain. But the maintenance costs are paid separately. They're not on the same chain. They don't even start a chain. So let's say you try Perpetual King Archfiend first, and then you try Deathstroke Archfiend. They pay life points. Then you can send another Fiend monster, potentially the same one, to the graveyard. Try the dice again. And if it doesn't work, maybe you have a third monster you can try with. Or you can try something else. If it does work, if you special summon it or add it to your hand, which is pretty awesome. And the paying of the life points isn't even just for Archfiends. It can have other things as well. Like you pay life points to activate a certain spell or a certain trap. Then you could still use Perpetual King Archfiend's effect to try and make something happen, which is pretty cool. What do you think of this Archfiend card? Do you think you want to use it now? You want to use Archfiends now? Have you ever used Archfiends before? Maybe you haven't and you want to try it now. I think I used it just a little bit many years ago, or I've just faced it, I'm not actually sure. I kind of want to use Archfiends a little bit, and this makes me want to use it just that little bit more. Let me know what you think. And then for now, this is the Yu-Gi-Oh! News video. Good night, and good news.